Because however long you stood in front of a mango tree, demanding oranges of the mango tree, you will still get only mangoes from that tree. For as long as any Nigerian, and first let me clear two things. I'm not a political activist. I'm just another Nigerian who speaks out about the pains of my Nigerian victimhood. Whether that now comes across as a political activist or a human rights activist, you'll find some name for it. But let's be clear, I am not, because that is no longer a lofty company in which one will seek to belong. Each and every one of yesterday's human rights activists are either in government today or they've lost their voices. So it is not a good company to keep. Second thing, Afenifere is a political organization. It's not a socio-cultural organization. Now, having addressed those two issues, let me quickly say this. Activism is not going to help Nigeria. The Nigerian situation is not going to be helped because we decided to have episodic responses or reactions to a systemic failure. Activism led to what you will call NSAS. A group of individuals looked at a single issue, police brutality, and they sought to act to ensure that police brutality does not affect the Nigerian populace. That snowballed into what almost became a revolution. That shows you that activism is not going to help Nigeria. We have systemic failure. It started with NSAS, it became end police brutality, it became end impunity, it became end corruption, it became end bad governance. So that tells you that there are so many things that the Nigerian requires to see turned around. So activism has failed in Nigeria, and we have to admit to that. I don't want to hog the space, but I just want us to quickly define that. Activism has failed in Nigeria. When I say that activism is a failure in Nigeria, I am pointing out the fact that it hasn't changed anything of substance, because when you are protesting to a system that is designed to be deaf and dumb, you can shout all you care. It wouldn't listen to you because it's not designed to be responsive. If your vote has been discounted by a system that has produced a governor that is so disconnected from the people that Wike sat in Abuja with Tinubu can remove him with impunity, the only reason the people kept quiet is because there is a disconnect. So now let me answer the question you have asked. Nigeria requires a change of direction. It is not about activism. It's about requiring a revolution. The challenge for each and every one of us is to find a way to deliver that peacefully. Outside of finding a peaceful way to change Nigeria, you can be as active as you care in seeking to engage with this system. It is designed to function on impunity. It cares nothing for your opinions, but if the people are connected to the issue, if they know what change means, if they understand that a different way of doing things will deliver a better tomorrow for themselves and their children, they are not cowards. Nigerians are not mumus. That characterization of Nigerians is a misunderstanding of the fact that their disconnect from the process of change is what has led them to be as quiet as they appear to be. The same people we think are mumus, they cross the Mediterranean after crossing the Sahara. Those are not cowards. Those are actions of desperate people. If we, who are meant to paint them a picture of a better alternative and then connect them to the struggle, have failed to connect them, we cannot turn around and blame them for not joining a purposeless argument. What picture have we painted for them of the day after the change that we are seeking? When Buhari was being sold in 2014, that fraud was sold as change, and Nigerians bought it hook, line, and sinker. And they are in this mess today because they believed in that mess. 2023, they voted, and they voted their conscience and voted for a candidate. And the system showed clearly that it is not interested in peaceful change. So it is now for those of us who believe that change should come to find a peaceful way of communicating that to the Nigerian people and connecting them to it. We can't cop out and blame them for not acting when we have failed to show them an alternative. It is our failure. It is not the failure of the people on the street. The Nigerian middle class is morally, intellectually bankrupt. It has not managed to communicate any alternative to the people. The political class has become so syncretic, it has become one. The religious class communicating but corruption and greed. So who is painting a different picture for the Nigerian? So how do we blame them for not acting?
Well, we've got two
Did
very...
the people in Rivers State vote for Fubara?
We've got two very...
Why should they die for him?
Right.
If they died for him, what would change? I was born to do what I am doing. I'm not in any fight with anyone except the evil persons who have ruined the beautiful country into which I was born. Now, I don't hide. I was in Ekiti to greet my former inmates, my cellmates, just yesterday in Ekiti, and I went by road. I was in Ilesha for the Afenifere meeting today. A man will live only once, and when it is time to go, we will go. If it is given to a man to end that life, so be it. 2021, I addressed the press conference where I made clear that there was a plot against my life from elements within the Lagos State government. I gave a petition at the time to both the police commissioner in Lagos State and the DSS director general and the DSS director in Lagos State. Nothing came out of it. The same elements are in the people who are ruling Nigeria today. So why should I be running away from anybody? If it has been given to them to kill me, it will happen. But if it hasn't been given to them, there is nothing they can do to me. So let's keep that to one side. Now, protests are very, very, very important, but we should also properly identify the issues. If we are protesting to change anything in Nigeria, we are expecting this government or this system those changes is a lie. It would not happen. The people who invaded my offices to drag me to Ekiti, based on a charge unknown to law, were wearing RRS vests. That was the same SARS that people died to end. They changed the name. If you go to some of their formations, they are still using SARS. They didn't bother to change the stationaries. That is what protest produced. This system is unamenable to change. So if we are protesting, let us understand that the protest should be to end this system so that we birth a new country. Our own challenge is to make that as peaceful as it can possibly ever be. Swear ourselves to peaceful protests, but be clear as to the objectives. Nothing will change under this system. They are not interested in any change. It is the victims who have to recognize the fact that they are victims, and it is until when they have concerted their efforts as a collective that they can rest any concessions and get this system to change. This system is not designed to deliver anything based on protest of any sort. It is deaf and dumb, impervious to demands. Instead of anything changing over the last 65 years, as Prof has rightly pointed out, we've had generational failures. Reinforce people's mentality. So because they have no expectation of change without this system changing, that's why they are disconnected and uninterested in protest and anything. Not that they are cowards, not that they are not tired. So it is we, all the people who call themselves human rights activists, the likes of me, the likes of Prof. Sister Donu, anybody who is interested in seeing change in Nigeria should articulate the change they seek and then sell it to the people, mobilize the people behind that, and then take them on that protest. Until then, nothing will change. You can protest from now till kingdom come. Tinubu will not change his governance priorities. The DSS will not stop chasing human rights activists around, abandoning terrorists and providing cover for terrorists at press conferences where they are carrying all kinds of sophisticated arms. The Nigerian state is designed to treat those protesting as terrorists because it does not desire change of any sort.
The question I have is this. We all have been in this country and we know this country too well. Who is going to lead this peaceful protest that Dele Farotimi is talking about? And how can we achieve this said peaceful protest? I feel it's going to be a very difficult one. Like seriously, I don't think that peaceful protest is going to work at this system. It's going to work on this system. Anything that will, have effect on this system must be out of peace. Yes, we're not trying to instigate violence. We're not trying to, but of course, we can see that even the system itself take anything they want by violence. They don't take it. They don't follow the procedures. They don't follow the law. They don't even, So the system does not obey the rule of law. Quite a whole lot of times we can identify some top politicians who has defied the court law, court order in this system, and yet nothing happens. So it now looks as if, okay, this laws is for the masses, you know. So the system is designed to favor some certain set of persons, and in order to achieve, the expectations of yes, of course, the masses, that means we have to go outside we have to think and act outside the box, outside the regular. That is what I think. Dele Farotimi has well spoken, talking about the system, talking about the people's actions, talking about, what the people are ought to do. But then I still feel that the said and expected solution is yet to be proper. If anybody is making an objective, like is making a solution, I mean, kindly make it to the end. Let people understand. Drop a solution that people will understand and can easily follow, just so that we can achieve the expected end. The expectation is a peaceful and a working nation. Seeing that the system is not working and the people who are heading the system are not ready to listen to the masses, are not ready to listen to suggestions, they are not willing. Several times we've had protests, and it seems that it's not really working. So what exactly should they do next aside a peaceful protest? I think that should be the question, and that's the question myself I am asking.
Those of us who are demanding change, we need to sit down, place a plan of action on the table for the people to either accept or reject. That's the argument. People are too focused on religion, they are too focused on survival, they are too focused on ethnic divisions, and they are not focused on the commonalities of our issues. What I would like to end with is this: those who should be at the forefront of preparing the people for change are the ones who have failed them. Wake up. Let the people understand the issue, and then